Tail of the tape for our welterweight showdown. Nicholas Navarro from Norwalk, California. 5 feet 9 inches tall, 170 pound, a catch wrestling specialist with stand-up capabilities.
And his opponent, Eric Stearns Jr., the nickname The Matrix, fights out of PKG Training Center in Los Angeles, California. Jiu-Jitsu base, 5'10", also 170 pounds.
Both of these guys match up quite well. 5'10" for Stearns, The Matrix, 5'9" for Navarro. Weights on dead even. And both guys from Southern California. It's a home field advantage, non-existent.
No longer a neutral site fight.
You hear the crowd very pro-Navarro. Stearns, The Matrix in the red. Navarro in the blue with the hair in the red. As those 3 2-minute rounds get underway. This is the first of 3.
2 southpaws. They both have their right foot forward.
That sometimes makes for uncomfortable and unorthodox stand-up battles,
which also makes for fun, fan-friendly battles.
Yes,
because both defenses are suffering because they don't see guys that have a southpaw stance.
Obviously, in the stand-up, the conventional way to take on a southpaw is the lead right hand. But now you have 2 of them facing each other. Knees from Navarro to the midsection of the Matrix, Eric Stearns. From PKG, Stearns, Navarro from CSW. Again, 2 high-level camps involved in the preparation of these athletes.
Stearns going for the takedown here. Navarro wise to it. He's got a front headlock, using some knees there, soften him up.
One thing Navarro has shown, and anytime we've seen him on a Bamma show, is that he's always in your grill. He's always right up, pressure, pressure, pressure.
I don't know what's in Navarro's hair that makes that mohawk, but he was running his great takedown there by Stearns. Picks up a double leg, throws him across the cage. I was saying, Navarro was rubbing his head in the face of Stearns, and his hair popped right back into position.
So kudos to his stylist. And now the Matrix.
Maybe a little less time at the stylist and more time spent doing takedown defense. That was a good takedown by Eric Stearns Jr.
Yeah, that was exciting. You know, when you interrupt yourself.
You know, you have something important to say.
Yeah, it was very important. The Matrix having Navarro pressed up against the cage. He's working from side control. His head being controlled by Navarro a little bit. Now he pops it out.
He's got that underhook. Now he's going for a guillotine again. Navarro gets out of it.
Again, position before submission. He almost gave up his position. Now rolls. And as the round comes to an end, he was looking for a crucifix there.
Yeah, awesome position to end up in if he only had a couple minutes more in the fight to be able to use it. Good exchanges going on here. This is a good reversal. Look at that, flying over the head. What does Stearns do? Nope, I'm going to roll this back into my position, and he ends up on top. Maybe too little, too late. Would have been nice to see where that fight went.
You have some knees delivered by Navarro throughout this opening round. In the Matrix so far, Eric Stearns Jr. not looking particularly tired. And there's a familiar face in his corner as well.
See Jeremy Humphreys there in the corner of Eric Stearns Jr., a guy that I know well.
You've taken him on.
I have fought him professionally, yes.
That was an exciting fight. I was there for that fight. That was what made me an R.J. Clifford fan.
You weren't a fan before?
I was a fan before, but not as much.
Okay. I'll take it any way I can get it.
Second round of 3, 2 minutes per round. The Matrix comes right out of his corner. Navarro ready, meets him in the middle. Navarro in the blue, Eric Stearns Jr., the Matrix in the red.
Stearns rushing him immediately, going down for a double leg takedown. He's in deep here. He can probably just pull the legs out from Navarro. Yep, there we go.
Working for that takedown to make it official is Stearns, and he gets it.
On top of Navarro. He's got a high guard with his left leg and a butterfly with his right.
Again, a variation of the Eddie Bravo's rubber guard, but again, it would be an underhanded grab of the ankle with the other hand hugging the knee.
And there it is. We're seeing a lot of new and fun guards develop over time as he switches to an omoplata. This is a shoulder lock with the legs. This is a great position for a bottom fighter because there's no way in the world Stearns can strike. And you can even get a submission here. And that's how you get out, put it on right now. But he puts himself into a triangle, another slam out of the submission. Navarro wise to it and avoids it by bailing out of the submission.
You don't see the omoplata very much, but when you see it, really, really awesome to see.
Yeah.
And Navarro going for it right there, but very savvy to that, it was Stearns. Final minute of the second round, ticking down to the 40-second mark. Stearns pressing the action. Navarro making him jump through hoops every step of the way.
But Stearns doing a good job of staying on top. Now he passes into side mount. Good position here for Stearns. Where does he go with it? Does he go to mount? Does he strike? Does he go for a submission? At CSW, the catch wrestling style, a lot of submission gyms start you in the guard. You start in side mount when you're rolling on the ground at CSW, so he's very comfortable in that position.
Both guys back up to their feet, and that's great stuff to know that people may not know, especially if they're not from the area. Final seconds of the round.
And I promise that's the last gym secret I'm going to give at CSW.
Let's look at some of the moments from our second round. Stearns coming in behind that shot.
Yeah, and some ground and pound here by Stearns. We're seeing more aggression on top by both fighters, Navarro and Stearns. A good recovery here by Stearns, able to push off Navarro from what could have been a pretty bad predicament.
Totally agree. Once again, the number 3 goes parading by the outskirts of the cage.
And we're glad every time she does.
Absolutely. The ring girls here are awesome. Bamma Bad Beat, again, everything top level. The production value, the fights, the matchmaking. You and I are here to balance that out, I think.
we're bringing the event down to earth a little bit.
Yeah, we like to keep it grounded. Third and final round.
Head kick by Stearns out of the gate. Navarro shucks it off, though.
As if he saw it coming in slow motion like the Matrix. Stearns moving up to the nickname.
I'm looking for some sort of wall walk Showtime kick coming up next. Just to prove.
As long as he doesn't pull double machine guns out of an overcoat, I think we're okay. Minute and a half left in the final round, and a lot of pummeling back and forth. Navarro working for a takedown on Stearns.
Got a single leg now. See if he can finish it.
Good balance by Stearns. Looking to turn into an arm and guillotine.
And he does.
Now Navarro is going to see how long he can fend this off. At the very least, he's being robbed of valuable time in the round.
Stearns is just kind of settling here.
Is that, RJ, I'm sorry to interrupt, is that something viable? Normally if you have a submission, you're not going to get it, you let it go at some point. But if Stearns thinks he's winning the fight in the round, he's holding on, the right thing to do.
If he holds on to this the entire fight and is even remotely close to a submission, he should win the round. Or if he knows, hey, I don't want to blow myself out, I want to blow out my arms, I'm going to conserve my energy a little bit before I really squeeze on this this guillotine choke. But there's only 37 seconds left in the fight.
Conserve for what? Should he just hold on to it and keep the cards
conserving for the after party. I think that's what he's doing here.
Somebody will lift a beer for him or give him a bong thing or a straw or something he can drink from. Win the fight, I think is what I'm saying. And I think he's doing that. Navarro throwing some shots to the midsection, but I don't think that's going to matter.
Yeah, now he gives it up. Now he's on his back. But again, like we were talking about before, going for submissions, you lose position. But with 10 seconds left in the fight, how much are you really risking?
Yeah, there's some variables, I think, like that, where in a 5-minute round, it's different than in a 2-minute round.
And more just the skills amateur fighters are developing. It's ring generalship, things like that, where being wary of the time. Whoa! Referee having to jump in there. Stearns maybe not hearing the bell.
Well, here's a guy who would be more than happy to go to being professional. He gets more time to do that.
There's another takedown. Look at this.
Carries Navarro, drops and dumps Navarro on his back.
And not only was it a big takedown, but he threw the legs to the side, avoiding the guard of Navarro. This is showing the strength of Stearns, just picking up Navarro, muscling out of the omoplata.
There's that kick
right at the beginning of the third round.
And Navarro leaned into it, almost got out of there just in time to catch, not catch the full brunt of that kick. Let's see what they had to say. Marco Rodriguez, share with us.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Jackie Dankins scores about 29.5 to 28 for Navarro. Judge Lester Griffin scores about 30 to 27 for Stearns Jr. And Judge Larry Landis scores about 29.5 to 29 for your winner by split decision, The Matrix, Eric Stearns Jr.
Eric Stearns Jr., The Matrix, pulling off the victory.